Good morning. My name is Jackie Brown, and I'd like to talk to you today about Sarah Rector. Sarah Rector was born to Joseph and Rose Rector on March the 3rd, 1902, in a two-room cabin near Twine, Oklahoma, on the Muskogee Creek Indian allotment. Her family had been among 16,000 slaves owned by 5 Indian tribes in that area. As a result of an agreement between the Indians and the United States, the former slaves were allotted a plot of land, and Sarah and her family each received a portion of rock-infested land that was difficult, near impossible to farm. But what was meant for her bad turned out for her good. Rector's allotment of 160 acres was valued at over $556. Primarily to generate enough revenue to pay the $30 annual tax bill, her father leased an allotment to the oil company out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In 1913, however, her fortunes changed when a wildcat oil driller produced a gusher that brought in over 2,500 barrels a day. Rector now received an income of $300 per day, which is about $7,200 in today's money. Rector received international attention at the age of 11 when the Kansas City Star in 1913 publicized the headline, "Millions to a Negro Girl," and the Washington Post in January of 1914 proclaimed, "Oil made a pickaninny rich." From that moment on, Rector's life became a cauldron of misinformation, legal and financial maneuvering. Sarah received much press and many requests for loans and marriage proposals, including 4 from as far away as Germany. Rector's guardianship was switched from her parents to a white man named T.J. Porter, an individual personally known to the Rectors. In the month of October 1913, Rector received a check for $11,567, which is equivalent to $276,926 today. She became so rich that whites said she must have some white parentage. Some even wanted her skin to be bleached so she would become white. She and her sister attended Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee. Her family moved to Kansas City, first living on the Paseo, and they later moved into 2000 East 12th Street, paying $20,000 for a stone and brick mansion, which is about $1 million in today's money, and it became known as the Rector Mansion. At one time, she owned the entire block. She also owned expensive cars and was said to have purchased a limousine, hired a chauffeur, and commissioned him to take neighborhood children to Crispus Attucks Elementary School near the historic 18th and Vine District. She dressed in fine clothes and jewels and furs. She raced around the city in either her Huntmobile or her silver-plated Lincoln. Officers would stop her for speeding, and defiant she would ask, "Do you know who I am?" Who she was the second black female millionaire after Madam C.J. Walker. In the end, she lost her money, she lost her high-flying friends, and she sold her mansion. Fortune had brought her millions, but gambling had taken it away. When Rector died at the age of 65, July 22, 1967, her wealth was diminished, but she still had some working oil wells and owned some real estate holdings. Sarah Rector was buried in Taft Cemetery in Muskogee County, Oklahoma.